Alright, hello. Yeah, so this is Arabian Nights. Just before we begin, I'm just gonna throw out a PG-13 warning because this game isn't really PG-13 suitable, I guess. So if that's a concern, you're warned. I guess, yeah, do with it what you want. But with that said, yeah, I guess it's time for Arabian Nights. This is gonna be with the dialogues. There's a dialogue skip, but we're not gonna skip most of the cutscenes. Anyway, 3, 2, 1, go. So that's the first cutscene, we skipped that. We turn around, pick up this bomb. The items I'm picking up are very essential. Yeah, I'm just gonna head into here. This is an optional cutscene, but I just want to show it off.
Don't be afraid.
Because it's good.
My heart trembles for your beautiful eyes, Ali. Come closer, darling. It is I, Melissa, your sweet princess. How happy I am to see you again.
Say your prayers, scum of the earth.
So this is a totally optional cutscene, but I always feel like showing this off at a marathon. And I guess it's a bit of... I don't know where I'm going with that train of thought. Anyways, I'm gonna be rubbing against this wall. The walls in this game are very solid, so if you rub against them and turn the camera around a bit, you go through them. And then I turn around and I fall for a bit. And I'm gonna hit the bottom of the level, and once I do, I will spawn back in at the top and pick up some item, or in some cases I can trigger a cutscene. Fortunately, this ends up landing me on this roof, which is convenient because the ending of the level is right there, but before I go there I have to backflip into there, otherwise the game just crashes. Now, the story of this game is that we're gonna be saving the Sultan's 5 daughters. It's the night... wow. It's the night before their 21st birthday, I believe. And if they don't get married, they basically get exiled and Grand Vizier takes over. So we want to prevent that because, well, spoilers. If you've ever watched anything related to the source material, you know that the Grand Vizier is evil. So that was episode... oh shit. Whatever. I'm used to splitting there, and I don't have my splits open. Whatever. Anyway. She's getting kidnapped right there, and... we have to save her, and last year I actually ran this game at BBG as well. Since then, we actually found out that, unlike what we thought, the sword is actually useful. Last year I joked that the sword was completely useless, even though you have to get an upgrade, but it actually is good.
Be very vigilant. He is very fast and clever. The master will not be pleased if we fail. Go!
So that's the first boss we're gonna be fighting. He's going to be right down this corridor. I'm just gonna jump forwards here and jump left a few times, and I should end up behind him. Oh, that's bad. Hold on. And the reason why the sword is good is because we discovered that there's a stealth mode which instantly kills any enemy that isn't aggressive. So we can instantly kill the boss there with the sword.
Here you are at last. Quickly, let's go back and see my father. You know, I'm protected by the good genie who created me, and no one can kiss me before marrying me. Should that happen, the good genie would immediately take me back to my father. Oh.
That's not supposed to happen.
Give me a kiss,
Oh.
my pet. Then meet me at the palace.
Interesting. Alright, we had some breaking animations there because there were enemies behind me. This wouldn't be Arabian Nights without something like that happening. Anyway, I'm just gonna be collecting a few more items here. And then I'm just gonna be running down to the end of the level here. Now in this level, we actually... I think this is like the last level where we actually don't just go completely out of bounds and basically skip everything. Well, actually there might be one more, but we're just gonna jump on the geometry here, which conveniently lets us skip a bunch of things. And now I have to collect a bunch of puzzle pieces. They are scattered around this area of the level, and we have to place them in some wall to summon a genie? This story is very well written. Just gonna do a jump right there. That's a pretty tight jump. And then this jump, hopefully I can make that. So you can make this jump in a single try, but it's kind of hard. And hold on. There we go. That jump is like super tight. Yeah. Anyway, we're on to saving the second daughter. She's gonna be in the Sultan's castle, but she's a bit busy right there. She's basically under a magic spell. But before we go there, we have to go to the end here, and I have to take care of these snakes. Now, the mouse cursor might... Ah! It's doing it! This game is really well written. So what happened there is, because those snakes that were in the previous room were coming up to me, they were... This game has some weird auto-aim system, and the game was trying to aim at the snakes. Hello? I'm just gonna backflip and kill them. The game was trying to aim at the snakes that were coming up to me. And it just does that. It just completely glitches out like that.
Thank you for freeing me, my good prince. We shall meet again.
So the sound you heard was actually an enemy screaming "thief," but people just vocalize it as E, I guess. So this level we're gonna be doing a bit of out of bounds again. Conveniently, if you jump on this ledge, you can just jump to this ledge and grab on, and then you basically skill around the walls of this area, and you jump out of bounds, and then at some point you're gonna land back in bounds again. My health is kind of low, so I'm just gonna save there. There's a fast save system in the game. Oh, I split again. Yeah, the timer is a disaster. Don't bother with that. It's a force of habit. Anyway, I should be landing at some point. And again, whenever I land at the bottom of like the level box, I end up back at the top, so I can just move a lot of distance that way. This guy, again, we're gonna be going into double shift stealth mode and kill him in one go. And we're gonna be entering the Sultan's palace right here. And to begin with, we're gonna be jumping through this wall, which is super solid. And then I'm just gonna turn somewhat specifically to hopefully end up where I want to be. And I need to navigate to the end of the level while out of bounds, which is kind of difficult. There's... I don't see it right now, but there's a little, like, flame you can see on the left side now. And that's where the ending is. Now, if I don't know how to explain this. If I land inside the cutscene trigger for it, the game might just kill me, so I died. Yeah, that was expected. So the one way I can think of mitigating that is not falling exactly there and making a quick save as soon as I pick up the flute. So the thing about the fast save system in this game is that whenever you make a fast save and you reload it, something weird happens to the things that are in memory. So the order of items you pick up while out of bounds changes if you reload a save. And this is actually something you use during the run to make certain things shorter. I can't see the exit. Hold on, let me do this. Okay, I see the exit. That's good. I think. So yeah, this is a bit of a problem with this game. Once you go out of bounds, it's really hard to readjust your aim. So right now, I can't really see the ending, which is kind of an issue. Alright, so let me talk about the flute a little bit. Also, yeah, the text on screen is glitched. That's something that happens in this game. Anyway, the flute. Hey, I died again. So the flute allows you to jump in midair because for some reason it creates a platform below you. And for the short frame or so the platform is actually active after the animation, you can still jump off of it. So you just use the flute midair, and at some point you just can continue jumping. I should be falling in the right direction, but... Okay, so the problem is... I was talking before about how the quick save system kind of breaks things. And this is kind of a result of that. I think the flame despawned because I reloaded the save. So I'm just gonna readjust my angle, and I think at about this point I should be near it. So I'm just gonna re-jump from there, and hopefully we land somewhere in bounds. Without dying, that is. You know what? I'll just use the built-in save system to just reload back to this place, because at that point I couldn't really do much.
Thank you for freeing me, my good.
I really shouldn't have saved in the level.
We shall meet again.
The game does have a really nice save system in it. There's a way to load saves in the episodes based on where you were. So it basically remembers everything you had in the inventory in your last save, and if you reload the episode, it just gives you the inventory back you had at that point, as well as things like HP and all those things. So yeah, this is a bit of marathon safety strats, I guess, but it's nice that it has that built in, because it means I don't really have to worry about where I make my safety saves. Those enemies are having a fun time, it seems. Also, I'm just gonna use a potion here to heal, just to be safe. And then I'm just gonna jump through here again. Yeah, timer stopped because my habit of splitting during the episodes, like there's a screen where it changes to the episode. I'm used to splitting right there with yeah, with my splitting key, I guess. Anyway, this guy again. Take out my sword and double shift to go into stealth. Gonna pick up this key and put away my sword. I have to put away my sword right there because if I don't, once I pick up the flute, if I were to use it, I get locked into jumping upwards if I try to do a flute jump with it. I don't remember what my undo split key is, so I'm just gonna leave it at 449 because, you know, there's not really anything else I can do right now. So I'm gonna turn her towards the flame right now, and if I'm correct, I might be able to land back in bounds before I actually get to it. Although I can just flute jump. Ah, there we go. Okay, so this is the third wife. To save her from the magic spell she's under, we have to do Simon Says. And the game does explain which actions you have to do, because it basically gives them a fancy name. And you just have to go through it a couple of times, and it's gonna end up in a nice cutscene. One of the best cutscenes, I should say.
Quick!
No, it's skipping!
May unite us.
So this is a thing that happens in this game. Some cutscenes can actually skip, and that was unintended. In that cutscene, she's like, wait, who are you? I'm so enthralled by you, I want to marry you. And that's like the entire cutscene, and it's just funny how it goes from, who are you, to, hey, let's get married. Also, in this cutscene, I was turning my mouse to the left, because now I have cutscene control. And now I can kill the Grand Vizier, and the Sultan, and probably all the princes.
He has numerous qualities, and I think that the 5 rewards that are promised will give him a great deal of energy.
I simply wished to point out to His Majesty that the sun was going to rise soon, and that our seducer had only one day left to ease your most majestuous sire.
Yes. Thank you for bringing us back to the harsh reality. Precious Vizier, my other daughters are out of the palace. I feel it. Make haste, my son. My future.
So yeah, as you can see, this game was really well made. That's honestly one of my favorite things about this game, just getting cutscene control there and killing the Grand Vizier and the Sultan. One thing I should mention about the story is, you would think the Grand Vizier is the ultimate evil in this game, but he's actually not. We're gonna be meeting a character who is the actual, like, main bad guy who you fight in the last level. Well, I say fight, but we never actually see him in that level, so don't worry about it. Now I'm just gonna go out of bounds using the flute jump I was talking about earlier. I should be somewhere getting back in bounds. Oh, there it is. So yeah, basically whenever I use the flute, the game creates a platform below me and I can just jump off of it. And I can just go out of bounds with it. And then we get to a sewer. The navigation in this is kind of painful because these corridors are really tight and the mouse control is not that great. I just have to run to the end of the level basically, which is behind this door. And luckily the enemies here are courteous enough to not attack me while in the cutscene, but now they're trying to attack me and that could have gone way worse. And then I'm just gonna jump over here and go through the wall and then go through this portal. Like a documentary commentator. Then. Oh, the game crashed. Yeah, so this is something that happens. The game sometimes crashes. Did I mention that this was a really well-made game? Good thing I did actually save there. I'm glad you're enjoying the hidden image there. Alright, I'm just gonna go through the ceiling here. Jumping through the ceiling is actually surprisingly difficult there, because you need to be at a specific height to actually get through the ceiling. But because you can't see the ceiling, it's really hard to actually predict when you have to flute jump to get through it. Yeah, it's just... I don't know, it's just really well made, I guess. Is it hidden if it's gonna show up? Yeah,
Good
no.
day, Lord Gardener. I'm the new apprentice.
I do seem awfully young for this profession, lad. It's just not like in the old days. Well, to start with, go get me some pear pips in the fruit garden. I need them for my experiments. The password is at the Aqaba plant hydrangeas.
Nah, Baruch, healing is overrated at this point. I should be fine. I don't think I can really die badly. So we just met the gardener, and the gardener is the brother of the Sultan. This comes into play later, because as it turns out, I think the gardener found like the magic lamp where the genie resides. But the Sultan stole the magic lamp from him, and his wish was to become the Sultan and have 5 daughters. So the daughters aren't really his, they are actually made by the genie. So they're all his 5 daughters, his quintuplets. They're all 21 years old now, so we have to save them. The lore in this game is just really deep. And here comes the best accent in the whole game.
Password.
At the Aqaba feast, plant hydrangea.
It's good. You can go.
You can tell you're in Arabia when you hear that. This cutscene, by the way, doesn't skip until I press escape, so I'm just gonna let him eat this banana. There we go. In here I have to carry this bucket around and fill some jugs with water. But before I do that, I have to kill this guy, because otherwise he will be very mad that I'm filling jugs with water. I don't know why that's illegal, but for some reason it is. So I'm just gonna go over here, grab some water, and as soon as I fill up the first jug, there's an archer. Oh, he's already aggressive. That's unusual. Normally he doesn't get aggressive until I actually fill the first jug. But yeah, I'm just gonna be carrying some water around until all the 4 jugs have water in them. There's really no puzzle to this, it's just fill up all the jugs. Exactly, Nico. What's more important? And yeah, this is the heaviest bucket. Also, the reason why the cutscene with the monkey exists, I believe, is because it's to show why there's banana peels on the ground to the left of me. I don't think there are any just now, but I'm pretty sure it's just an establishing shot to, you know, put the point across that all the banana peels on the ground are caused by the monkey in the tree. I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah, 3 world record for bucket skip. Exactly. Now, as soon as I put the last water in the jug, the gate is gonna open and we're gonna be going to the next episode. Now, pay close attention to the gate, how it opens. Also, there's a really scary tiger. So the gate just opened towards me and now it opens away from me. Also, I just got out the sword and right now I can just turn around a little bit in the cutscene, which is always a fun pastime. But as soon as this cutscene ends, watch what he does. He has to unsheath his sword again, which I really don't understand why. Also, you're supposed to fight this tiger, but the combat in this game is kind of really broken, so I just don't bother fighting him, because that would be probably my death, honestly. You just get stun-locked in combat so easily, so you just want to avoid it as much as you can.
Here are the tips.
Oh, they're not very big. It's just not like in the olden days.
Well, it don't smell too good round here.
That's normal, kid. I'm trying to create the flower of 1,000 cents. It doesn't work every time. Instead of hanging about like an old magpie, go get my hoe. It's in the chest in the copse. Here's the key.
And as you can hear that right there, the pacing for all the voice lines is also perfect. I mean, this game, this really is a 10 out of 10, I'd say. Like, I mean, I'm kind of joking there, but I do legit like this game. For all of its flaws, it is actually quite good in a way. Now, for the third wife we're gonna be saving, we need to pick up like a fancy bouquet and then she marries us. So to do that we have to create the plant of 1,000 cents, and it's basically just a password where you have to put in the right numbers and then you get it. Now right here I'm just gonna be jumping up and I'm just gonna be using an alternative bind key I use for use item. Because it turns out that, and I found this out because I was just typing a message on Discord once while practicing the game. The game basically doesn't know it's in the background, so it's still accepting inputs. So I was typing out a message and I came back to this level and the last flower in the level actually spawned. 2, 3, and that should be it. And I was like, wait, why is this flower right here? It's not supposed to be. So I sent a message to Kotti, who at the time had the world record, and he was like, wait, that's weird. We found out that just pressing T spawns the flower. And it skips a really annoying puzzle, where you get poisoned, and if you don't have antidote, I mean, you can technically beat the game while poisoned, but I'd rather not. I'm not sure how you do that. And we just fluke jump back up here, go through some solid walls, as you do. Pick up a few more items, and then right here I'm just gonna jump up, and some guard is gonna be aggressive again and trying to shoot me. But as soon as I'm up here, he can't really do much anymore. And here I'm just gonna be making a fast save and loading it again. Because this puts like the ending cutscene trigger first in the list of things that are triggered while out of bounds. So we get the ending cutscene.
You're wonderful. You are worthy of being my spouse.
So yeah, we never met her, but we gave her a beautiful bouquet and now she wants to marry us.
By the Grand Vizier? In that case, you can go.
You look a bit nervous at the moment.
It's understandable. That lousy Black Moon sect is infiltrating everywhere.
But just what is this sect?
Hey, I'm no informer. You want information, you've only got to go see the town guide. Ahmed, open the door!
So, for some reason, this cutscene always skips a few lines. I don't know why. This level used to be really long, but someone found out that we can just do the old cutscene skip trick, and it actually skips a whole lot of running around in this level, which is quite nice. So at some point we're gonna land inside a cutscene, and everything is fine.
Finally, Irma the Redhead.
What can I do for you, handsome?
The guide told me you could tell me about the Black Moon sect.
Ah, that Mustang. What a blabbermouth. He's not the only one, though. The tom-tom player. He's a talker, too. In bed. He's a former sect member. I think he could inform you.
So normally you're supposed to run around the town to find Irma. Irma is one of the many ladies of the night, I guess. But you can just backflip into like the cutscene in midair. Now we have to fight some guy to get a better sword. I used to joke that it was useless, even though you have to do it for story reasons. Now, we're gonna be fighting him very fairly by, you know, starting the fight by throwing a bomb at him. The fight just starts. You're supposed to talk to him and pay like 20 gold for him to actually start fighting with you. But if you just throw a bomb, he just dies.
You were very lucky, but I keep my word. Take this weapon, and don't let me see you again.
So yeah, I was extremely lucky to win that fight. So he gives us the better sword. Now we have to talk to some incompetent guy.
Okay, don't tell me any stories. I know you're a former member of the Black Moon sect. And don't waste my time, otherwise I'll denounce you to the Grand Vizier's guards.
Oh, sure, not so loud. I was kicked out of this sect a long time ago for incompetence. What do you want with me?
Show me the passage to the sewers.
Okay, let's go.
So last year, when I did this run, I got attacked during this cutscene. But because of the reroute, I don't have enemies chasing me throughout the entire level. So that's not an issue anymore. This guy is gonna be an issue, so I'm just gonna jump backwards. So I can just enter the door without him hopefully killing me. Uh-oh, this is possibly bad. Okay, it's fine. Ooh. That guy had the potential to actually kill me. This is the sewer level. Don't touch the water, you'll get poisoned. And that's bad because I don't have an antidote. I'm just gonna jump over here and I'm gonna be picking up the magic turban. There's only one reason I'm picking this up. I'm picking this up so the ending cutscene doesn't crash. That's the only reason I'm picking it up. There's no reason for me to use it at all. It's an item that makes it quicker to cast bigger fireballs. But since we don't use those anymore, it's completely pointless. So I'm just gonna throw a fireball down at that guy. Does it hit? No, it doesn't. Oh, yeah, I pressed use while doing a fireball. Okay, so let's see. Does this hit? Okay, I have to step to the side, I guess. Now, the reason I have to kill this guy specifically, is because he drops a key. I have to improvise. Hold on. Give me my sword. Can I kill you with my sword? So this is why you don't use sword combat in this game. It's so broken. Come on, kill him! Oh, damn it. So that's why you don't use the sword in the game. Anyway, we're back here, so we should be fine now. Whew. Alright. Gonna jump right there because those two guys are trying to throw a knife at me. So if I jump right there, they won't hit. Right here, I'm just gonna make a quick save and reload it. Jump through the ceiling, jump to the left, and the ending of the level will be here in like 10 seconds. Just because we can. I don't know why. there's another boss fight coming up in this level. This is one of the main reasons why this game is so much faster than last year. The run last year was... The world record was about 41 minutes, and now it's like 35, I believe. And the reason for that is partially because of stealth kills. This guy, we used to have to fight with the fireballs. The problem with that is he took 6 or 7 charged up fireballs, and they took forever to actually charge up. But now we just kill him with a single sword stab to the back, because stealth mode is really broken. And they figured that you would never be able to stealth kill a boss, so they never actually took cautions to prevent that. Right there, I did a quick save, quick load again. Just to get to the ending cutscene, or well, almost the ending cutscene.
All my papers are in order.
Are you a moron or what? You can't get out without a mount.
Yeah, I can skip this cutscene, but I'm just gonna... I need to talk to him twice. I'm just gonna do the first time and then skip the other one, because this has lore.
Built under the reign of Nureddin the Elder, for protection against the barbarian invasions of the Hittites. The 4 obelisks that you can see behind you are much older. They were brought back by Nureddin III, the Magnificent, during the Egyptian campaign. They measured 10 meters high, and their transport necessitated more than 200 slaves and 50 camels. It is said that on account of this journey, all the camels of the region have short legs. But that is only a legend. I thank you for your attention. Even more so, because you were my 999th visitor. Come again.
So did you get all that? Good, because I'm just gonna skip it this time. We have to talk to him twice and he's gonna give us the same talk. But this time we're the 1000th customer and he gives us a voucher for a camel. The story he tells there basically explains why the camels look so messed up. Also, cutscene skips are the hottest tech, you just put those sliders down. But since it's a marathon run, I just do that.
Sorry for you, but I want a voucher for the hiring of a dromedary for 1 week. All expenses paid.
Ah, Mustafa had his 1000th visitor. You can take the beast. He's ready to go.
I like how he's holding money.
Have a good trip. Jamal, who's back?
Also, take a look at where the guard opens the gate. The button for it is on the outside of the town, so this gate was not designed to keep people out, it was designed to keep people in. It's amazing. This is episode 7, the final episode of the game where we're gonna be saving the 5th wife.
Nepo. Amazing.
Now this level is mostly going to be some out of bounds. There's a hole in the level right here where we can just jump through and then just flute jump our way to the ending. And the fight right there is with some kind of Medusa-like boss. And if you just normally enter the room and you don't have a specific ring, I believe, you just get stoned and you can't do anything. But we're just gonna jump towards where the boss is, and once we get there, we're just gonna jump through the floor, and we're gonna be doing a big surprise here. We're gonna be using the stealth attack to actually kill it. Am I? Yes. I don't have the sword out. This might be a bit of an issue. Come on, Ali, get through the floor. You can do this. We've done this before. So this is what I was talking about with regards to trying to flute jump through floors. It's really difficult sometimes, for no good reason. And I think right here I'm just a little bit too close to a specific wall. So I'm just gonna backflip and try again. I swear, this normally isn't this difficult. Alright, let me... Stop. Just jump forward. Okay, good. I'm just gonna land on top, just so I can take out the sword and make a fast save. Oh right, so that's the thing I was talking about. I don't take out the sword here then. If you have the sword out while trying to flute jump, it sometimes just locks you into jumping up. So I guess I have to take it out behind the Medusa. And can we get through the floor this time? Yes, we can. Stealth mode, and Medusa is dead. And here's the fifth wife.
Have you got an obsession or what?
And here I can just run around again.
Just to myself.
I'm a little bit low on health, but that should be fine. Question mark?
I think I'll just take a little stroll over to the merchants. You can never be too sure.
And here I'm just gonna be buying like 10 knives, and that should be good. Now, there's a chance that I get stuck on the stairs in this cutscene, and if that happens, the cutscene ends early, and the Grand Vizier, who's gonna be the boss fight here, is gonna attack me way too early.
The Sultan has disappeared. He was kidnapped by those damned Black Moon sect fanatics. It is I who shall replace him from now on. I find we see you much too often these days, and I just wonder if you're not the cause of all our problems.
I'm stuck on the stairs.
Fact, you represent a threat to the kingdom, and that threat must disappear.
So I was still stuck on... that was a mistake. I was stuck on the stairs right there because the physics in this game are 10 out of 10. So I just have to go back here and do this. Yeah, you get stuck on the stairs for some bizarre reason. Don't ask me why.
And now I'll have all the little princesses just to myself. I think I'll just take a little stroll over to the merchants. You can never be too sure.
So let's hope that doesn't happen this time. But if it does, I can tell by the audio. So if it does happen, I'm just gonna backflip out of the way, I guess. Alright, Ali, what is it gonna be this time? Are you gonna get stuck? Please don't.
The Sultan has disappeared. He was kidnapped by those damned Black Moon sect fanatics. It is I who shall replace him from now on. I find we see you much too often these days, and I just wonder if you're not the cause of all.
I'm still stuck.
In fact, you represent a threat to the kingdom, and that threat must disappear. Ahmed!
Okay, this is fine. I'm just gonna throw a bunch of knives at him, and this cancels his attack animation, so I can just spam knives and he's gonna die. There we go. Whew. Yeah, I got stuck on the stairs there again, which is kind of scary. Actually, I need to do a step backwards here. I'm gonna jump up through the ceiling again, and after I align myself, I'm just gonna jump into the void, and I'll probably land where I want to land. Why is there an arm? Was there an arm? The dying animation can sometimes screw up a little bit. I landed somewhere. That's... oh, that's... almost great. I'm just gonna take the safety strat here and use this bookcase to fall down, because if I were to jump through the hole there, I would probably die. Here's the parrot. We have to give him the parrot seeds to actually enter or end the level. Oh, that arm. Yeah, okay. That was because I was throwing items at the Grand Vizier. So this is the final level. You're supposed to fight the gardener in this level, but you know, fighting is overrated. Let's just be peaceful and jump up and, you know, to the side. And I missed. 2, 3, 4, and that should land me right there. And this is time. Don't go away because the cutscenes here are gonna be amazing. I'll just mute my mic.
As I have the same powers as the princess, they belong to you henceforth, and shall be your wives. And I appoint you Grand Vizier in place of he who failed at the task. Come on, just another little try, son. If that's not too much to order.
That prick. I'll make up for it with my little babes.
Over here, treasure. You, Ali. Over here, treasure. Come on, you big camel, you. Hey, you dog-haired Ali, you. Come on, you big camel, you. Ali, my darling. Hey, you dog-haired big camel, Ali, my darling. Ali, my darling. Ali, Ali, my darling. Ali, my darling. Hey, you dog-haired stud. Come on, you big dog-haired stud.
Oh yeah, I never mentioned it, but we never found the fourth wife in the game. And that's Arabian Nights in a quite disastrous run, but hey, that's how it's supposed to go, so everything went according to plan. Anyway, it's time to switch over to Savage, so yep.
Thank you, Goost, for Arabian Nights. Yes, this game's hilariously broken, and way to keep it positive in spite of the game conspiring against you at every turn. But we're not leaving Goost just yet because we have Savage coming right up in just a moment. If you're not familiar with Savage, it is a hidden gem from the Amiga era, and oh, it has some beautiful music. So we're going to listen to the tunes momentarily. In the meantime, listen to these tunes while Goost gets all set up.